Calm, deep, confident male narrator. Slow pace, cinematic tone. Short, dramatic pauses. Most people don't stay poor because of money. They stay poor because of how they think. The same income can create two very different lives. One stays stuck, the other keeps growing. This video is not about motivation. It is about understanding the mindset that quietly shapes financial outcomes. Clear, calm, professional male voice. Documentary style, steady pace, confident tone. Money problems are rarely about income alone. They are about decisions repeated daily. Two people can face the same situation, yet choose very different paths. Some focus on comfort and fear. Others focus on learning and long-term thinking. In this video, we will break down the mindset patterns that keep people financially stuck and the thinking patterns that create growth over time. Watch closely. Understanding always comes before change. Understanding poverty is not about blaming people. It is about understanding patterns. Most people do not wake up one day and choose to stay poor. They slowly move into that position through repeated habits, repeated thoughts, and repeated decisions. The first pattern is fear-based thinking. Fear controls many financial decisions. Fear of losing money, fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of starting again. When fear becomes the decision maker, people choose safety over growth. They avoid learning new skills. They delay important actions. They stay in situations they already know, even when those situations limit them. Fear feels protective, but over time, it becomes a cage. The second pattern is short-term comfort. Many people focus only on what feels good today. They look for quick relief instead of long-term progress. Comfort spending, comfort routines, comfort excuses. Short-term comfort removes pressure, but it also removes momentum. Long-term growth always requires temporary discomfort. Learning feels uncomfortable. Discipline feels uncomfortable. Saying no to distractions feels uncomfortable. But discomfort is not a signal to stop. It is often a signal that growth is happening. The third pattern is a poor relationship with time. Poor thinking sees time as something to escape. Rich thinking sees time as something to invest. When people waste time, they are not just losing hours. They are losing future options. Time spent learning compounds. Time spent building skills compounds. Time spent improving decision-making compounds. The fourth pattern is blaming external systems. It is easy to blame the economy. It is easy to blame governments. It is easy to blame technology. Blame removes responsibility. Responsibility creates control. When people take responsibility, they regain power over choices. They stop waiting for permission. They start adapting. The fifth pattern is identity-based limitation. Many people say, "I am not good with money. I am not smart enough. I am not lucky." These statements are not facts. They are identities repeated over time. When identity stays fixed, behavior stays fixed. Growth begins when identity becomes flexible. The sixth pattern is lack of financial awareness. Money flows toward systems, not emotions. People who understand systems make calmer decisions. People who do not react emotionally. Awareness creates distance. Distance creates clarity. Clarity creates better outcomes. The seventh pattern is avoiding delayed gratification. Rich outcomes require patience. They require waiting. They require consistency. Poor thinking wants results now. Rich thinking builds quietly. Delayed gratification is not about suffering. It is about prioritizing the future. The eighth pattern is ignoring small decisions. Big financial outcomes are built on small daily choices, small expenses, small habits, small delays. Over time, small decisions create large gaps. The final pattern is misunderstanding progress. Progress is not loud. Progress is not dramatic. Progress is quiet. It happens before results appear. When thinking shifts, behavior shifts. When behavior shifts, results follow. Money does not follow desire. It follows value. Awareness is the starting point. Everything else builds from there. Most people stay poor not because they are lazy, but because their thinking is programmed that way. From childhood, they are taught to play safe, to avoid risks, to fear mistakes. They learn to survive, not to grow. Poor thinking believes life is fixed. It believes income has limits. It believes struggle is permanent. This mindset creates invisible chains. When a person believes that success is only for others, they stop trying before they begin. They choose comfort over growth. They repeat the same routines. They wait for luck instead of building skill. Rich thinking starts with a different belief. Nothing changes unless I change. This mindset understands that results come from habits, not hope. Every successful person once stood where you are standing now, confused, uncertain, and afraid. The difference is not talent. The difference is decision. The moment you decide to take responsibility for your future, you separate yourself from the crowd. Responsibility is uncomfortable, but it is powerful. Because once you own your situation, you can change it. And change always starts in the mind. Fear is the biggest reason people stay poor. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being different. Poor thinking listens to fear. It obeys fear. It hides behind excuses. Rich thinking understands that fear never disappears. Fear is not a stop sign. It is a signal that growth is near. Comfort feels safe, but comfort slowly destroys ambition. Every time you choose comfort, you delay your potential. Discipline feels hard, but discipline creates freedom. Waking up early. Learning when others relax. Improving skills instead of scrolling. These small choices feel insignificant, but they compound over time. Poor thinking asks, how can I avoid pain? Rich thinking asks, how much pain am I willing to endure to change my life? Success is not motivation. Success is consistency. You do not need confidence to start. Confidence comes after action. The people who win are not fearless. They are disciplined. And discipline always beats fear. Time is the most misunderstood asset. Poor thinking wastes time. Rich thinking protects it. Time does not return. Money can be earned again. Opportunities can be rebuilt. Time cannot. Rich people are obsessed with skills. Skills create value. Value attracts money. The market does not reward effort alone. It rewards usefulness. If your skills stay the same, your income stays the same. Learning is not optional. It is survival. Every hour spent learning moves you forward. Every hour wasted pushes you backward. Rich thinking asks, what skill will pay me forever? Poor thinking asks, how can I get fast money? Fast money disappears. Skills compound. Education does not end at school. It begins when curiosity starts. Those who invest in themselves become unstoppable. Your future income is hidden inside your skills. Your life follows your identity. If you see yourself as average, you will live average. If you see yourself as capable, you will grow into it. Poor thinking is reactive. Rich thinking is intentional. Rich thinkers plan years ahead. They sacrifice today for tomorrow. They understand one truth: short-term pain creates long-term freedom. Every belief repeated becomes behavior. Every behavior repeated becomes destiny. Change your input. Change your environment. Change your habits. You do not escape poverty by wishing. You escape it by becoming someone new. Growth is uncomfortable, but staying stuck is worse. Your future is not decided by your past. It is decided by what you do next. Think differently. Act deliberately. Stay consistent. This is how people rise. This is how lives change. At this point, the real question is not about money. It is about choice. Every day, you are choosing something: comfort or growth, fear or discipline, excuses or responsibility. Most people don't fail because they are weak. They fail because they avoid discomfort. But growth lives inside discomfort. The moment you stop running from hard things, your life starts changing. Not dramatically, not instantly, but surely. Rich thinking is built on systems, not emotions. Emotions change, motivation fades, but systems remain. When you build routines, you remove decision fatigue. You remove excuses. 1 hour of learning, one focused task, one small improvement. That is how control is created. And control is real wealth. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's result. You are not late. You are not behind. You are simply at a different stage. Progress is invisible at first, just like roots growing underground. But when it shows fast. Stay patient. Stay consistent. Stay focused. Most people believe poverty is caused by bad luck, by the economy, or by circumstances they cannot control. But the real reason is far deeper. It starts with how people think, what they focus on, and the decisions they repeat every single day. Poor thinking is reactive. It focuses on problems instead of solutions. It waits for motivation instead of building discipline. It seeks comfort now and pays the price later. Rich thinking is different. It asks better questions. It delays comfort for long-term freedom. It understands that growth is slow, but failure is faster when nothing changes. Your environment shapes your habits, but your habits shape your future. If you surround yourself with fear, complaints, and distractions, your results will reflect that. But when you choose clarity, learning, and focused effort, everything begins to shift. Money follows value, opportunities follow preparation, and confidence follows action. No one changes overnight. Real transformation happens quietly, through small choices made consistently. The way you spend your time, the way you consume information, and the way you react to challenges will decide where you end up. This is not about being rich or poor. This is about being aware or unaware. Because once you see the pattern, you can break it. And when you change the way you think, you change the direction of your life. If this video made you think differently and helped you see money, mindset, and life with more clarity, then don't stop here. This channel is all about real thinking, real growth, and real change. Subscribe now so you never miss videos that can upgrade your mindset and your future. Like this video because it helps this message reach more people who need it today. Comment below what lesson hit you the hardest. And remember, your future is not decided by luck or background, but by the way you think and the actions you take. The next video is coming very soon. Stay focused, stay learning, and keep growing.